about a very little known segment of art. And have you ever gone to a museum and seen the pictures on the wall and wondered what in the world was that artist thinking? Well, today I'm going to talk to you about deaf art. Why is it important? Deaf art shows the oppression, discrimination, and the joys of being deaf. I had the perfect teachers for this. This is my grandmother. Her mother, we called her Grammy. This is my Uncle Bill and my Aunt Pearl, who were both deaf, and in their later years became blind. Pearl could take a ball of yarn and a crochet hook and make magical things. My Uncle Bill, he could take a block of wood and make a puzzle that would drive you insane for hours. Now, most of you, somewhere along your journey in life, have seen this card. And it's usually that's the first example of deaf art that most people see. And according to Frederick Bernard in 1921, he said, "A picture is worth 1,000 words." And let me show you a few pictures that don't need a lot of explaining. This is the sign for turtle. And this is by Chuck Baird. He's also deaf. Alligator. Whale. Anyone want to take a guess on what this one means?
Family.
America. You're right, America. Now, oops. Throughout history, people have tried to fix the deaf community. They do this from the early 1600s to 1900s, by using an ear trumpet that gets shoved in the ear and somebody else into the other end of it, all the way up to the 2000s and 2010s, where they have digital hearing aids and cochlear implants. Part of the oppression is not allowing the deaf community to express themselves in their most native language. And the next few slides, you'll see how they feel about their oppression. Chuck Baird feels this is how it feels to be deaf when they input a cochlear implant. Paul Sears created eye pain through digital art. Cochlear implants can be very painful for someone who has never heard. Ashley Rice, she has her own website, and I pulled this off of hers, and she is spelling I, because that's how they see. That's how they communicate, is through their eyes. Some art can be very disturbing. This one clearly depicts that their eyes are their ears, and the mouth is underwater because they can't speak. another slide of oppression. Up until 1965, the ASL wasn't considered a language. And they were very discouraged in using sign language, usually because it made other people uncomfortable. Discrimination. Babies were taught, hearing babies were taught sign language so they can communicate with their parents. Deaf babies were told to use their words. Made no sense. Some artists use humor to get their message across. This place is awesome. Did you know that the owners are deaf? Really? The kid goes back. Are you deaf? Yep. Pizza lands on his head. It's also important to enunciate words carefully because a lot of people read lips. Deaf versus deaf. There is a difference. Humor is used to show society's misunderstandings of the deaf community and their view of themselves. The waitress, she's so sorry that you're deaf. Well, in the end, he's so sorry that she can't hear or that she can't sign. Perspective. Big people, back up, because it's like watching a widescreen TV. Some art is very dark, but if you see this little boy is asking, are you deaf? And this one is saying, yes, deaf, same. There's a lot of confusion, but if you know how to look, you'll find it, find the meaning. Interpreters, this is their job, is to bridge the gap between the hearing and the deaf world. Deaf art illuminates the darkness of silence, and deaf art can be a visual candle in the silent world. Thank you. I have cards with your alphabet on it if you want them. I'll leave them right here.
Thank you, Deborah.